All right. Let's get it started. 3, 2, 1. Battle of the Challenges podcast with Vincent Cloud.
And Famous Dave.
And this is Fresh Meat 1, back from 2006. This is episode 7 and 8. And we're talking about this season because it's on Netflix now and Paramount Plus. And by the way, Paramount Plus just added Inferno 2.
Oh, they did?
Ooh. Yeah. I gotta check that out.
Oh, and Inferno action later today.
Yeah, and before I forget it, I actually discovered the very first challenge seasons of all time. I've never seen these before. They're never mentioned when it comes to the challenge. Like, they almost never show video of those first 4 challenges, But I'm going to try and cover the very first season. It's only 5 episodes long.
It's almost like a mini series, 5 episodes.
Yeah, and it's so different. It's like the germ of the idea. It's like, it's like the Cretaceous period, That's like before Jurassic, right?
Yeah, before the dinosaurs.
Yeah, exactly. They're just like climbing out of the swamp or something, or not even that. They're floating around. They're just jelly right now. And that's what the very first season is. I watched the first episode already, and it's still good. It's really good. Like, the first thing is to go into an insane asylum and spend the night, and they meet up with the man and woman ghost hunter people from Annabelle.
Okay.
Remember those guys?
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
The Conjuring, yeah.
Yeah.
So they meet up with those people and stuff, and yeah, right away, it's totally different. It's pretty sweet. I'm gonna cover it. Look out!
Yeah. All right, I gotta watch this.
All right, before any of that happens, though, let's talk about Fresh Meat, episode 7, and it's crazy, man. Evan is on the phone. He's in the production vans. He's like, I have a fucking athletic hernia. Like, do you know anything about hernias? Have you ever had a hernia, Dave?
No, I've never had a hernia. It sounds fucking painful as hell, though. Like, I've seen people who have hernias, and it looks excruciating.
He said something about his, like, groin area, like muscles were pulled or something.
Yeah.
I think he said that.
Yeah, because, like, on your pelvic floor, you have muscles that are kind of like holding all your organs inside and all your intestines and shit. But if you tear that muscle and there's like an opening in it, and then some intestines start drooping down below that, and then you have like a little bit of small bowel that is like in your scrotum or something in that area. That sounds like the worst thing in the world.
I once tore my groin muscle, or pulled my groin muscle, and that's why everyone would laugh. And I'm like, stop it, it hurts. And they're like, yeah, but it's so funny. All right, so anyways, Evan, he's like, he doesn't tell Coral, because he's like, we're riding high, we're winning. I'm not going to tell her, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah, that's an interesting strategy. Like, I feel like if you're wounded in a way, you need to let your partner know so they can help you. But just bottling it up and saying nothing, like, that's risky. I don't know. I see more downside to that than upside.
Let's get into the mission of the day. It's called Crossed Paths. You're going to be 25 feet up in the air, giant ass rope, partner on either side. They have to like crawl on or climb the rope past each other in a 69 like way, and then cross and then get back onto the beams, right? Coral and Evan will decide the order. What do you remember right off the bat of what happened during this thing?
Almost nothing.
Oh, now, okay, when you say that, I believe you because didn't you like watch like up to episode 10 or something like that?
Yeah, that was like 3 weeks ago now. So refresh my memory.
Okay, I'll just say
Okay, so
this.
they have
Uh,
to. Are they on the pole? Are they like climbing or like holding on where they're horizontal?
no, they're not on a pole. It's a rope. It's a giant ass rope, way like, I don't know, 30, I don't know how long it is. I know it's 25 feet up, but it's a long ass rope. And each partner are on either end on scaffolding. And they have to both hang on this rope and climb, use your legs and your hands. And you're going to go head first. And then you're going to have to eventually cross over on the same rope. And then,
Yeah, and
yeah.
then a lot of them they end up with like their face stuck in somebody's ass, and they're like, "This is not what I want to be seeing right now."
um, this is the impressive part of this. Johnny, he's like, I'm gonna do this all arms because everyone else is like crawl, crawl, whatever, climb,
Hmm.
and he just arms the whole thing, passes Tanya, and it was amazing, right? But the main thing that pisses me off is that everyone's gonna vote them into exile regardless, like Johnny and Tanya are have been doing really bad, and this is their chance to prove that, like, hey, we're not bad, we can do good, and they do good this time, but it's not going to help, and it sucks. um hmm oh, Wes and Casey have a nice little moment where, like, after they cross, Wes is doing arms, and then he stops just to do some pull-ups on the rope. And then Casey, she can't go anymore. So she's like about to fall. She's like, Wes, I'm sorry. And he's like, okay, but can you at least promise that to kick ass in the exile because we're gonna fucking go in there? And she's like, yeah. He's like, okay, so make sure to land on your feet. And she let go and lands right on her face.
Oh, that was my favorite part. I was laughing so hard. I'm watching it with my girlfriend, but like she's on her phone, like playing some puzzle game or whatever. She's not paying attention, and I'm just like laughing. And I turn to her, she's not looking, and I'm like, you missed it. I'm like, he said land on her feet, and she landed on her face. Just
Wes is like, I have to coach her into failing correctly, and she can't even
yeah,
do that.
that was so funny.
Easy also fell, Big Easy. And it's so weird because his name is just Eric in this season. I don't remember when we actually everyone called him Big Easy.
Yeah, I guess it must have
But
been the next season.
yeah, yeah, Duel, perhaps.
Yeah, Easy
Uh,
E.
Easy E. And then isn't that is that New Day?
I feel like it
That's
is.
New Day. Yeah. Okay.
Big E.
Big E. Right. Okay. Let's
All
moving on.
right, moving on.
Okay, but you know what's cool? Coral and Evan, they don't win. This is a shakeup. Theo and Shonda win. I like this a lot because they won previously for that prison break thing, but that's when Coral and Evan made a mockery of it. They're like, God damn it, I can't seem to open the chain, and they pretend to hit each other and wrestle and stuff just to throw the thing. And Theo and Shonda won. This time, though, proves that Theo and Shonda would have won regardless. At least that's what I think, anyways. So this is awesome. So right away, Theo and Shonda are like, okay, well, we're gonna put in Wes and Casey because we don't want to piss off. No, they were like, we want to throw Wes and Casey in, and then that lets the whole group in deliberation vote one of themselves in.
Hmm.
We don't have the blood on our hands and shit like that.
Yeah. Yep. It makes sense strategy wise. You don't want to piss off some people and then, have them going after you the next round.
Yeah, exactly. And Wes and Casey, so they're voted in, right? So like they're all hanging out right after the mission, and this is Wes is like, I've been waiting for this moment to see all you friends now have to turn on each other and shit like that. You know, all you smiling motherfuckers, stop smiling. You know, it was great. And in deliberation, Tanya and Johnny go in instead of Tina and Kenny. Like it was actually kind of close because Tina and Kenny were doing bad lately. You know, they finished this mission third, but the thing is though, Tanya's like, it's not on merit. You guys can't say that, you know, because we did amazing this on this mission. You know, you should just say that because I'm going in because you don't like me. And that was her big thing. And remember, Derek came in after voting her in. He's like, I couldn't vote or whatever. He's coming in for a hug, and Tanya's like, no, fuck you.
Yeah.
You know, I think you called Derek out about that, where like he's very like, I'm your friend, but I don't want to stand out in the crowd. You know, I'm just gonna go with the numbers. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Derek's always just about following orders. You know, if he's in an alliance, whatever the consensus is, he will go with that consensus every time. No matter, even if someone is his friend, and I'm sure like Tanya, I have no idea, but maybe Tanya, they were, you know, really friends outside of the alliance or outside of the game. But when it comes down to it, he's going to take his alliance over any friendship every time. And
Yeah,
like,
and
I think she has the right to be pissed off because, like, if you're only one team from an alliance is going to go in, it should be based off of how you do in that challenge. And especially this season, where it's clearly stated who got fifth place, who got fourth place, who got third place. Like, you know exactly who the worst performing team is. And, like, this way, it could alleviate any type of stress or infighting. Because if Tanya comes back, then she's going to be pissed off at the people who voted them. And it's like, it should just be kind of fair and balanced that way. So I think she's got a point.
Well, what sticks with me is that she's like, I just want people to tell me up, you know, straight up, say we're voting you in because we don't like you. And it's so crazy that she's comfortable with that. She's more comfortable with that than being lied to in a way to perhaps soften the blow, where they're like, oh, it's on merit, you know? And she's like, bullshit, you don't like me, say it to my fucking face. Because, you know, Tanya's a bit broken, a little on the skids, you know?
Yeah,
So she's used to people.
Got an edge to her.
Yeah, she's so used to people.
The edges.
Yeah, well, she wasn't that rough. Actually, she was in a softcore porn.
Oh, well, soft is the opposite of rough. So.
All right, moving on. Spice Channel. Moving on. Actually, no, that's the end. That's the end of this episode.
Okay. Oh god,
For
someone's
now,
gonna pull their groin in the intermission here.
damn it.